So we have the review 4, introduction. Now we review again. This time aware we are preparing for the second part of learning how the truth can be applied. Today we will begin to concentrate on readiness for what will follow next. Such is our aim for this review and for the lessons following. Thus, we review the recent lessons and their central thoughts in such a way as will facilitate the readiness that we would now achieve. There is a central theme that unifies each step in the review we undertake, which can simply be stated in these words. My mind holds only what I think with God. That is a fact and represents the truth of what you are and what your Father is. It is this thought by which the Father gave creation to the Son, establishing the Son as co-creator with Himself. It is the thought that fully guarantees salvation to the Son. For in His mind no thoughts can dwell but those His Father shares. Lack of forgiveness blocks this thought from His awareness, yet it is forever true. Let us begin our preparation with some understanding of the many forms in which the lack of true forgiveness may be carefully concealed. Because they are illusions, they are not perceived to be but what they are, defenses that protect your unforgiving thoughts from being seen and recognized. Their purpose is to show you something else and hold correction off through self-deceptions made to take its place. And yet, your mind holds only what you think with God. Your self-deceptions cannot take the place of truth. No more than can a child who throws a stick into the ocean change the coming and the going of the tides, the warming of the water by the sun, the silver of the moon on it by night. So do we start each practice period in this review with readying our minds to understand the lessons that we read and see the meaning that they offer us. Isn't that good to know that your unforgiving thoughts cannot affect your true thoughts in any way? Like if a child throws a stick into the sea, he cannot change the tide. That's very good to know. Begin each day with time devoted to the preparation of your mind to learn what each idea you will review that day can offer you in freedom and in peace. Open your mind and clear it of all thoughts that would deceive, and let this thought alone engage it fully and remove the rest. My mind holds only what I think with God. 5 minutes with this thought will be enough to set the day along the lines which God appointed, and to place His mind in charge of all the thoughts you will receive that day. They will not come from you alone, for they will be all shared with Him, and so each one will bring the message of His love to you, returning messages of yours to Him. So will communion with the Lord of hosts be yours, as He Himself has willed it be. And as His own completion joins with Him, so will He join with you, who are complete, as you unite with Him and He with you. After your preparation, merely read each of the 2 ideas assigned to you to be reviewed that day. Then close your eyes and say them slowly to yourself. There is no hurry now, for you are using time for its intended purpose. Let each word shine with the meaning God has given it, as it was given to you through His voice. Let each idea which you review that day give you the gift that He has laid in it for you to have of Him. And we will use no format for our practicing but this. Each hour of the day, bring to your mind the thought with which the day began, and spend a quiet moment with it. Then repeat the 2 ideas you practice for the day unhurriedly, with time enough to see the gifts that they contain for you, and let them be received where they were meant to be. We add no other thoughts, but let these be the messages they are. We need no more than this to give us happiness and rest and endless quiet, perfect certainty, and all our Father wills that we receive as the inheritance we have of Him. Each day of practicing, as we review, we close as we began, repeating first the thoughts that made the day a special time of blessing and of happiness for us, and through our faithfulness restored the world from darkness to the light, from grief to joy, from pain to peace, from sin to holiness. God offers thanks to you who practice thus the keeping of His word. And as you give your mind to the ideas for the day again before you sleep, His gratitude surrounds you in the peace wherein He wills you be forever, and are learning now to claim again as your inheritance. So today we allow and take in this beautiful truth. Lesson 141. My mind holds only what I think with God. My mind holds only what I think with God. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. And forgiveness offers everything I want. So yeah, I think these lessons are a restful invitation. A restful invitation to accept yourself. It's your capital S, self, your true self. But you cannot really accept your true self by trying to force the small self in any way. Not just to see it. This setup of these lessons, we don't need to talk actually, because it's so... Jesus just invites us to really let these ideas dwell in the mind. If they do, what is there to say? Forgiveness offers everything I want. And forgiveness is the key to happiness. These are the lessons we can practice as a way to come to the experience of my mind holds only what I think with God. So every day we have some key ideas to practice as a gateway to come to that peace of my mind holds only what I think with God.
Can we say forgiveness offers everything I need?
Yes, because everything you want is everything you need.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't know you want it, but you do.
Yeah, it's all that you need in any situation. Yeah.
It's the only thing you really want, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
You think you want so many other things,
Yeah.
but you don't really. You want forgiveness, you want to be at peace, you want to wake up,
Yeah.
and you need it also.
Yeah. And as you set your mind towards that, all those other needs, they seem to be met. Like Jesus will just kind of place the things that you need right in front of you. They come to you easier. It's like a miracle. Start to flow in the miracle. So in every way this is beneficial. There is no loss. This practice so beneficial for the whole. So good. Does anyone still need to put something on the altar?
I want to put on the altar that image in my mind about how things are supposed to go. I can see now this is like not just now. It's a pattern that there is always image about what should happen.
Is it like control?
Yeah, as if I feel it's like a veil, like as if like expectations about what is reality, like how I will receive what I need, like what should happen to be safe, environment, and all these preferences, and like just so much. Like so I'm just putting that on the altar, like just the assumption that I know what's best. Yeah, there is this the experience of terror in my body. It's very puzzling for me. Like the way, like it's as if like the feeling that just like as if like my body is very weak when there is a belief in terror, and like it feels like I am shaken off my roots, and this is, and I don't want to add more fear to this. I just want to forgive this. Yeah.
Be open to be shown.
Yeah.
What love is.
Yeah, and I noticed that when I hold, when I refrain judgment, it can feel scary if there is no judgment. As if like I could see this today morning, like there was like an intense brief encounter with Anne this morning, and I chose not to judge, but it felt more scary. Like as if like I could see as if like judgment was a protection shield, and like approaching reality without judgment, as if like I'm left with like I don't know what to do. Like I just like there is like feelings. It feels like grief, sadness, but I feel like clueless. And suddenly I was bombarded by terror in my body. I don't know what to do with this information. I don't want to judge, but then what? So I started to shake.
Yeah, so the ego believes judgment is safety.
Yeah.
And control. So the ego has this version of calmness and control. By judging, by thinking that you know or how to categorize a situation or a person.
Yeah.
But this is here to be washed.
Yeah.
For you to come into the moment of without knowing what it means.
Yeah.
That's safety.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels scary to the ego, but now I can see it's the beginning of the real safety.
Yeah, because that's so beautiful, because then Spirit will show you what every situation is for, and every person. And it will be a gift.
Yeah.
The ego thinks something will be taken from you, but the experience will be a gift of love and connection and oneness.
Yeah.
Just openness.
So what comes to my mind is like as if like newborn baby who doesn't have a clue, and it's okay if the body feels like shaky.
Yeah.
Because it feels, I don't have to give it.
You don't have to give meaning, no.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
You don't have to interpret if the body shakes or whatever.
Maybe it's shaking the illusion and the bullshit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Yeah. That's the way to say it. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Glory. Good morning.
I think there's a few things that might all be the same thing again. But yeah, one of the things is just the physical contact I've noticed. Yeah, just makes me, I don't know, just makes me. When I saw the picture of you and Grace together on Facebook, it's like it's beautiful for you two, but not for me. Yeah, just belief that I'm not tactile. It probably brings up my beliefs around not being feminine.
How does touch feel to you? Do you just like want to get away? How does it feel with touch? You feel you want to just get away if someone touches you, or?
I just feel like I give off a vibe, so it doesn't happen in the first place. Unless, like, when the love's coming through me, then it happens spontaneously, and that's all right. But,
yeah, that's it. You don't have to analyze it further than that, I'd say. I mean, you can. It's probably healing there for you if you feel uncomfortable around touch.
Yeah, just even people being too close, like, you know, when I'm eating, if the kids sit too close to me, I can't bear it.
Yeah, you could just be like inviting to that. Okay, I would like to see what is in my consciousness around this. I invite it up. You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's common. I think this is common.
Yeah.
Because the ego uses the body as its home, and it doesn't want anyone to come too close.
There's something coming up that I think I need to expose somehow. I just feel it came up last night and it come up again right now in this session. I feel really like I miss being there with you.
You
and
what?
part of me, I miss being there with you. Part of me is like, no, it's, I'm not supposed to think like that, but I really do. I need so much to be there with you right now. Yeah, I can see I have a really huge judgment that I shouldn't feel like that. Whew.
That sounds harsh. How does it feel to allow the idea that I should feel like that? Because I feel like that. Maybe it becomes less of a charge, then even less important when you know it's okay to feel like that.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I realized having the thought on that, wanting to share it, I found really separate. And that, I don't, yeah.
That's beautiful. I feel the love.
I think I feel that too.
I just want to say I look forward to seeing you both, Solveig and
Yeah. Thank you.
Good. Anything else for the altar?
Yeah, I have.
You might need to speak up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just feeling really peaceful with the lesson, and then what isn't that has come into the mind. And
Oh, good.
yeah, just the mention of Gunter coming over this afternoon. And I noticed this yesterday when we went out. It was like I could see an expectation of myself being not around Gunter at that time. But it was just this feeling like I have to be okay. I have to be okay. No matter what's going on, I have to be okay. And it was like, yeah, like this idea, I have to shake myself down. And then it was like, what if I just relax? What if I just be okay with, like going out, and if I'm quiet, why does it matter? Why do I have to be something? And yeah, and that came up again when Gunter, like I have to somehow be in some sort of performance mode or something. And yeah, that's heavy.
How about trying not to be in performance?
Exactly. It's like, yeah.
But in actually, even to try to talk about how you're feeling with him.
With him.
If there are any, if you join with him in your mind, if you feel anything blocking, perhaps there's something you could talk to him about. And if you, yeah.
I'll need a lot of help from above, it feels, because there is like, I don't think he wants to talk about anything other than what's on the surface. So that's my belief.
Ask him.
Yeah. Ask him. So clueless. Don't even know. So, yeah.
Thank you.
But there's also, like as you guys are moving to Málaga, there's like, oh my God, there's that thing about going back to the UK, and it's like it feels like it's looming. It's not here, but it's like just there, and that wants to come in, and cause a lot of disruption. And the idea that everything is working together for the good of all, it's like, that feels over there somewhere. How can this be?
Just get clear on the purpose for going there.
It just feels like, well, I'm not even allowed to stay here, so.
Well, you're going to get your passport so that you can stay here, right? Isn't that it?
There's still a bit of like, yeah, there's financial concerns always come up with the idea of like letting go of everything, and
yeah, but we can talk about that too.
It's still there.
You want to talk about that?
Well, I don't have to do it right now,
No,
but yeah.
We can take
we can take some time and do that. It's really will help.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get clear.
Yeah. sounds good. Let's do that.
Yeah, and how to stay in connection if I'm working and things. I don't want to end up where I starts to get really difficult to stay in connection, and that's my prayer to find a way to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, and maybe don't even conclude work or expect, let's talk.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, because work to me is just somewhere to live as well. So,
Very good. Anything else before we wrap up? Yeah. Peter? Okay, I feel to. Do you want to express before we close?
I just feel funny today.
You feel funny?
I think it's some caffeine. I think it's caffeine withdrawal.
Oh. Caffeine withdrawal.
That's what I think my mind is
Okay.
going. There's just the fears of getting through this day because I want to go into function. I want to go into presence while functioning. I just don't want to just be doing. And today's lesson is so profound.
Yeah.
And that I'm more focused. I try to focus on what my mind holds and what I think without end this. Just this gloomy feeling, but not a gloomy feeling. That's too intense word. It's just it's like a. How am I gonna get through? That I'm not gonna be fully functioning and not gonna be clear-minded. So it's just. I'm really hoping it's gonna get dark soon, so I can go to bed.
Can we just relax and maybe even accept if you're not perfect here? You're going to have it. So, what if I'm okay?
Almost like
Yeah.
I think something was someone sharing. Yes, Laurie, about what she was feeling, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Something I see that I'm not clear. Sorry about that. But anyway, what you
Yeah.
just it's okay that I'm feeling these things.
Yeah.
It's speaking all over.
Yeah.
Spirit.
Yeah.
All is okay.
Yeah.
All is okay.
I love you, Francois. My heart opens often when you're speaking. I'm very touched by your sincerity and innocence.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And your desire.
Thank you.
Yeah. Desire for spirit, for peace, for joy. Good. Well, thanks everybody. Good to join us.